Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. Welcome to another Let's Talk, and this is going to be a two-part Let's Talk. It's going to be a debate on whether or not Seeker Mines should or should not be nerfed. And I'm going to go ahead and give you both of my arguments on both sides on why they should or should not be nerfed. This video here is going to be why they shouldn't be nerfed. And this video will have zero impact on the decision by Massive on whether or not that Seeker Mines need to get nerfed. They already have chosen to nerf them. This video will not have any reason or any decision making or anything to do with whether or not they get nerfed. But it's always fun to go ahead and deliberate on why or why not they shouldn't be nerfed. In this video, we're going to go over why Seeker Mines should not be nerfed and should remain the way they are. Once again, people who aren't listening that well, who are too dumb to understand, and will put down in the comments, "Dude, yo, YouTubers, yo, you're always, saying stuff and ruining the game." This has nothing to do with that. This will not have any effect on whether or not Massive nerfs or doesn't nerf. They already made their choice. This is after the fact. Now, the nerf to Seeker Mines is strictly PvP. This is a PvP issue, and it has zero to do with PvE. In fact, most of the nerfs coming in this game that have been going out right now have zero to do with PvE, since no one is complaining about anything being OP in the PvE portion. It is strictly the PvPers who are complaining, and it's due to the fact that Seeker Mines present a twofold issue. The first is that they are homing missiles. They are heat-seeking, and they do a ton of damage. And the range on them that they have is pretty great. So being able to throw them like a grenade and still being able to hit people 3 floors up in the sports store is pretty good. And, now you're probably, just had this thought, wait, this is not about, why they shouldn't be nerfed, Mountie. I thought you said this was going to be about why they shouldn't nerf them. Yeah, I'm getting there. Now, people cry about the Seeker Mines when they, and only when they are killed by it. Sadly, these crybaby bitches do very little to even want to counter. They are little crybaby bitches complaining about Seeker Mines. Yes, I'm calling you little crybaby bitches. Go ahead, hit the unsub button, because I'm calling you crybaby bitch for, doing the Seeker Mines. But don't worry, I got something in the next video. It's going to be the same about people who, want these nerfed or whatever it is. But, the problem is that you do very little to want to counter it or try to play the game with anything but the other side of the meta that you're comfortable with. The people that are complaining would much rather leave it up to the developers. They can complain about it, and they want to leave it up to the developers to fix the issue rather than doing something about it themselves and taking matters into their own hands and actually having a counter for it, like an immunity box, shooting it, using a turret, or having some form of final measure. No, they are running their strict glass cannon build with 0 toughness, and that's it. Not a problem for them, because when it comes down to it, they can just cry about it in a forum or on hey man, the Seeker Mines are killing us, and I'm not doing anything about it. And oh my gosh, Seeker Mines are so elite. They're heat-seeking missiles at me. Now, the first thing I want to point out is that the Seeker Mine builds, those running it, rely on putting everything into electronics. And this is why crying about it makes you look like a bitch. Because I know, because I have a build. A Seeker Mine build, and every single point, save for a couple of items, goes into electronics. So toughness and firearms are left deficient and void of any help. This means that these people, the crybaby bitches of the game, are complaining about the people who are running around with no health and no ability to shoot you. And that makes them vulnerable every time they drop a Seeker Mine. They put down a Seeker Mine and they can't do shit for 0 to like 60 seconds. There's a good window there, 30 to 60 seconds, where they drop a Seeker Mine, where they have their pea shooter. So for the 60 seconds of time in between Seeker Mines, the squishiest, lowest DPS guys are standing around with 0 ability to defend themselves, and you guys are complaining about a ball on the ground that's coming to kill 1 person. Let that sink in right now. Let that sink in that you guys are complaining that the players that are the easiest to kill right now are dropping a Seeker Mine, and you guys can't kill them. So let's take a look at the next issue on how to defend them. Yeah, on sports stores, it's complete bullshit that Seeker Mines can go through the floor. That is, that's a reason enough to nerf them. Yeah, sure. But that's not really, because that's Massive's piss poor ability to handle code correctly. Has nothing to do with being able to nerf Seeker Mines, even though you can't see them. That's Massive's job. Massive should be fixing that, not nerfing it. Seeker Mines should never go through the floor, although they did work great for the invisibility glitchers and the ones that are there now, because they still will go after those guys and kill those guys underneath the map. I mean, that's a defense in and of itself to not nerf the Seeker Mines until a later time. As a professional Seeker Mine user, I must say that the people not bitching about Seeker Mines, they're either the ones who are using them, or they are the ones who know how to defend against them. So hopefully, in this next section, I can help you in that respect. Seeker Mines are probably one of the easiest defended gadgets in the game, but you gotta know what the defense is for it. The first is using another gadget. And what you may not know about Seeker Mines is that Seeker Mines will go towards anything. Whatever the closest thing is, they will go toward it. So it's an enemy signature that's going to go toward it. This means that Seeker Mines will track turrets, other Seeker Mines, players, undetonated sticky bombs, or whatever else is, basically doing it, momentary enemy signature at that point. The next way to defend against the Seeker Mine is to use the above knowledge of how weak these guys are, that they're super easy to kill, they're super squishy. Most of these guys, 99% of the people who are doing the Seeker Mine have invested everything in electronics, making them super easy to kill. If you kill the owner, the Seeker Mine disappears. It doesn't, explode. It doesn't disappear if they are down. It only disappears if they are dead. So run up to them, shoot them in the face, kill them because they are squishy. It shouldn't take you more than a second. The Seeker Mine will, it'll get there eventually. But if you kill them before it does, it's going to just disappear and you don't have to worry about it. But, I have no idea why that is. But, I guess Massive thinks that Seeker Mine should just disappear with its owner. So that in and of itself should be, satisfactory, nerf. There are many times where I've dropped a Seeker Mine and it's gone off to kill somebody and I die before it actually kills somebody and the Seeker Mine just disappears. But there are a plethora of easy ways to kill a Seeker Mine. And what's great is that the mini Seeker Mines can net you 250 points each in the last stand by shooting them. And, all these people who are like, oh, Seeker Mines don't take any skill. Well, if you're touting your great gun skills, shoot the damn Seeker Mines. It's not that hard. You guys are complaining that, oh, these guys with, Seeker Mines don't have any skills. Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and shoot the Seeker Mines? There's plenty of easy ways. It's like, that's easy, so do that. But, shooting them is obviously one of the better ways to do it. But why shoot it when you can actually make the Seeker Mine kill its owner instead? Whoa, wait a tick. Are you telling me that Seeker Mines can kill their own owners, Mountie? Yeah, they can, and they do. The people that I've come up against, the pro enemies who know how to defend it, the first thing I see them doing when the Seeker Mine is going after them, they see the Seeker Mine coming for them and will oftentimes just run toward the guy who just dropped it, luring the mine to explode in the face of the owner, killing him instantly. Because remember, they have no toughness, so these guys are particularly susceptible at killing themselves by dropping a Seeker Mine, and you can actually shoot it right in front of the guy who drops it and blow it up right there. And especially, because these will take out anybody that, have a toughness underneath 250,000 K. And if you do, most of the time, if you're running a pure electronics build, your toughness is going to be about 230, between 230, 250, depending on what you're running. Now, I want to say that I have seen teams of enemies take a Seeker Mine to the face and live, and I'm particularly baffled as to what these guys are running, because they can do it. It's not unheard of. It's not like I'm getting millions of kills every round from using the Seeker Mines. So it's not going to get you a kill on everyone. And really, the people who are defending on it are really the people that should be speaking up and going, hey, look, we're able to defend against the Seeker Mines. We have no problem killing Seeker Mines or taking Seeker Mine to the face and living. But, they're not, because they don't care. And really, the main reason for not nerfing it is that it is completely counterable. If you don't like Seeker Mines and you don't want to die from them, put some toughness on and get some heals. Get an immune box, get a reclaimer build. They can counter these. Depend on your people that are in your group to go ahead and heal you. Okay, so Now that we've gone ahead and we've made our case for why Seeker Mine shouldn't be nerfed, let's go ahead and I'm going to propose a few changes that I would like to see instead of them nerfing it and removing what they actually do, making them still viable in the game and putting the responsibility for countering them on the people in PvP that, so here's my list of things that I would be happy to see a nerf for these, because it's definitely going to help in the areas of PvE as well. So the first thing is that I wouldn't mind if they, instead of doing the 100% damage that they're doing now, doing 50% of the current damage and then doing a 50% DOT, which is damage over time. This way, they are still doing the same damage, the same stagger, but it puts the responsibility to use a med kit on the owners. Yeah, a med kit will wipe off the burning and the DOT. That's great. That is one way. I would also be in favor of reducing it to a 75% damage output of what it is now and increase the time in which they are burning, which won't kill them, but makes them defenseless enough to, make it so they have to run away for a longer period of time, and they're defenseless for a long period of time, depending on the fire resistance that they have. They could also make the Seeker Mines actually burst in the air above the teams, increasing the fire radius and just raining down fire, as opposed to exploding, and making, all of the damage, the 100% damage that is fire-based at this moment in the larger area, and damage over time, taking much more of a crowd control mechanism for this game. Now, finally, the one I'm in favor of the most, reduce the Seeker Mine hit points to 2 hit points. Leave the damage, leave the stagger. Just reduce the hit points of the Seeker Mine to 2 hit points. That way, let's be realistic for a minute. There is no way a small metal ball is going to sustain damage from more than 2 bullets. This way, if an enemy sees it drop, they can just shoot it and kill the dropper. It explodes right there. At that hit point, it would be very easy to be killed by a turret or something, or a pistol, or just almost anything. So thanks for watching. I know we went and covered a lot of stuff and we really got into it. We're gonna have another video here in just a minute. If you enjoyed this, please drop a like and check out my other video, which I will be adding as well, on why the Seeker Mine should be nerfed, because I'm not going to just do one video on why they shouldn't be nerfed. I'm going to go ahead and do another video on why they also should be nerfed, because every nerf has 2 sides and we need to tell both sides of it. So subscribe for more awesome content, and for The Division, Ghost Recon, Horizon Zero Dawn, Players Unknown, and maybe a CSGO video. If you do want me to do a CSGO video, leave your that comment down in the comments. If you want me to make up some fake clickbait videos like T Martin does, or take your money like T Martin does, go ahead and leave that down in the video section as well. For all of us here at The Division Let's Talk, I'm Mountie Carl, and we'll see you in the Nerf section of Toys R Us. Mountie out.